Hey everybody, Mark Cunningham at Grace Property Management. So for this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. Rather than me stand here and talk to you for the next 4, 5, 6 minutes, I'm going to play a short video clip of a presentation I did just about 12 months ago. Now this took place in Phoenix, Arizona, 12 months ago at the National Association of Residential Property Managers, NARPM, at their national conference. And I was up on stage with the opportunity to speak to a large property management group about the topic of some of the biggest mistakes we as property managers make and how to avoid them. So in this short clip, I address the topic of the mistake that many PMs make, which is taking on any client. So watch this short clip, we'll come back, and I'll tell you how you can join NARPM this year for their annual conference once again.
So for the next 45 minutes, I want you to think like a company owner. I don't care if you're the front desk person and you just started yesterday. For the next 45 minutes, you're the company owner. And these are the things that you need to make sure you do everything within your power to avoid to make the company successful. So mistake number one is taking any client. Do you have criteria for selecting clients? Because I promise you, your clients have criteria for selecting you. Now your criteria better be more than, will you hire me? Do you have a pulse? Yes, I'll work with you. So what we have found to be very valuable is we use a client value matrix. And a client value matrix simply, it looks like this. If you're taking notes, write this down. Make a box there, and on the vertical axis, the up-down axis, write the word profit, meaning the profitability of the client. High profit on the top, low profit on the bottom. And on the horizontal axis, write the word maintenance, meaning high maintenance owner, a difficult owner, versus an easy owner. And that gives us kind of 4 quadrants there. So if we have 4 quadrants, which of those 4 quadrants ideally do we want our clients to be in? Upper left, right? Upper left. High profit, low maintenance. Those are our cash cows. And if you're taking notes, yes, you must draw a picture of a cow or you don't leave the room today. We love clients there, don't we? They're easy to work with and they pay us a lot of money. We love them. But that's not where all of our clients can be. It's where we want them. But priority number 2 becomes our low profit. We don't make a lot of money. But they're also low maintenance, they're low risk, they're easy. I have some clients that fit into this quadrant. They basically say, hey Mark, here's our properties, and so maybe it's low income properties, so we're not making a lot of money. But they say this, you know what, just manage my properties. If they burn down, call me, otherwise I don't want to hear from you. We can do that all day long. We love those clients as well. Now, quadrant 3 is where it gets a little sticky, it gets a little tricky, because these are our high profit, high maintenance. These are hard. What do we do with them? They make a lot, we make money from them, but they drive us crazy. They drive us crazy. We have one client that comes to mind in this quadrant. His name is Frank. Frank used to be a housing inspector. If you're taking notes, you may want to write down, never work with a client who was a housing inspector. Because Frank, when he receives invoices from us, he has never seen an invoice that was quite right. So we'll get a phone call. The phone call sound like, and he's a nice guy, but he's just difficult. So he'll call and he'll say, Mark, this is Frank. I got the invoice for the winterization of the sprinkler system. Oh, yeah, Frank. It was $45. Yeah, sure. Mark, last year, it was only $43. That's a $2 increase. Just saying, Mark, just saying. And, did the vendor remember to check the head in the back southwest corner of the yard? Because last year, I'm pretty sure that was leaking a little bit. And while they're out there, the trash cans, they looked a little bit loose. Could you check the trash cans? Thanks, buddy, appreciate it. Oh, drives us crazy. Right? So we work with Frank, and the way we're set up in our office is we have portfolio property managers. They manage a portfolio of doors. So at one point in time, the property manager who was managing Frank's property comes into my office and says, Mark, I can't handle Frank. He's driving me crazy. Calls me all the time. I can't handle him. I don't want him. I said, I get it. I know Frank. So I emailed Frank. Dear Frank, it's Mark. Hey, hope you're doing well, buddy. You know what? I just don't think our system's a good fit for you. You're real hands-on. We love working with you, but maybe it's time you find a different PM. 30 seconds later, my phone rings, and I see Frank's number on my voicemail. So I do what any of us would do. I let it go to voicemail. And Frank says, hey, Mark, it's Frank. I got your email. Man, I'm sorry. We're good. We're good. I'll be better. You guys do a great job. I love you guys. I've got time on my hands. Okay, we're good. Click. Okay, fine. But I have to assign Frank to a different property manager because that property manager won't work with him. Guess what else I did to Frank's account? I charged him more. And he was like, okay, I get it. I get it. 3 months later, same thing happens. Second PM comes to my office, same thing. Mark, he's driving me crazy. I can't handle it. No. Okay, I get it. I email Frank a termination email. Dear Frank, appreciate working with you, buddy. Effective the end of the month, Management agreement's terminated. Please move on. Get out of here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He calls me again. Please, 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 please. I'll get better. I'll be better. I love you guys. You guys are so good. You guys are great. I know I'm tough, but please, please, please. So I take him back again. Guess what I did again, though, to Frank's fees? Because I had to make it worth it. I kid you not, it happened again a couple months later. And the PM won't do it. Guess who was managing Frank's properties then? Yeah, I was. But I'm charging the guy like a 20% management fee. I'm just greedy enough. I can't turn away 20%. I mean, come on. But these are the hard ones, right? We don't know what to do with these folks. They drive us crazy, and it's not a right or wrong, but you've got to make a business decision there. Now, Quadrant 4 is what we don't want. Quadrant 4 is our low profit, high maintenance clients, our dogs. Now, I don't know what you do with your dogs where you live, but in Colorado, we shoot them when they get sick, okay? That's what we do. Okay, we don't really shoot our dogs. We shoot our cats, but they deserve it. That's another conversation. Okay, so if you have clients in Priority 4, if you have high maintenance, low profit clients, you have an obligation, and I mean this sincerely, you have an obligation to do one of two things. Either you move them up to Quadrant 3, you charge them for what they're worth, or you get rid of them. That's it. That's all. So let me take a survey, and you must participate. Everybody must participate in the survey. You ready? If you've ever fired a client, raise your hand. Okay, keep it up. No, keep it up. Keep it up. Wow. If you do not regret firing the client, put your hand down. If you regret, keep your hand up. If you do not regret, put your hand down. Wow, I see one hand up in the very back, and I would love to know the story. Oh, he just delayed. His wife like, put your hand down. Okay, sorry, put your hand down. I've asked that question of a lot of folks, guys. I've never had someone keep their hand up to say, yeah, I regret it. I did have one guy keep his hand up. I said, sir, I've asked this question of like a lot of people. You actually regret firing your client? Well, why? And he goes, it was my mom. I'm like, okay, that's a whole nother scenario. So if you called into my office today, if you called my office as a potential client and you wanted to work with us, you would talk to one of our property managers. And our property manager would ask you some questions. They would have a client questionnaire in front of them. And it's basic stuff. What's your name? What's your email address? But at the end of this questionnaire, there are 4 questions that the property manager must discern about you during the conversation. So after each one of these questions, there's a little yes or no checkbox that they have to check. And the first question is this: is the client financially stable? We have to glean that information from the conversation. So if you as a prospective client say, hey, if this thing doesn't get rented by Tuesday, I can't make my mortgage payment. Guess what? That's going to be a no. You're not financially stable. We're not going to work with them. We have a second question. Second question is this: is the client emotionally stable? Yes, and those of you giggling have worked with crazy, haven't you? Yeah. How do we discern this? This is a tough one to discern. My recommendation is this: do not ask this question verbatim of your owner client. Guaranteed to make it bad. One of my agents would say, Mark, how do I know? I don't really know if it's... And I said, well, in my view, if they cry on the first conversation, probably not. Or if they own more than 2 cats. They're just not. So move on.
Now, if you weren't at that event, why? Why did you miss it? It was a great event. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mark, you were good. You were on fire. And you're right, I was. I was so good, I was taking notes on myself during that presentation. That's how on fire I was. But sorry, I digress. Before I tell you how you can join this year at the NARPM National Conference, let me quickly thank the sponsor for this video, Planet Synergy. Now, Planet Synergy is a virtual assistant, a VA company, and they specialize in providing virtual assistants to us, the property management industry. We've used a couple different VAs, and we've had a lot of success in using these folks. So when you're ready to outsource one of your positions to a virtual assistant company, I encourage you to contact planetsynergy.com. Go to their website, tell them Mark sent you, tell them you want them to do for you what they did for me, and they will take care of you, I promise. Now, if you missed last year and you want to join this year at the NARPM National Convention, it's not too late, but it is coming up in just a couple weeks. So what you want to do is go to narpm.org and sign up for their annual conference. It's going to be virtual. It's taking place around October 20th through the 23rd, I believe. And you can sign up. You can sit from the comfort of your own home and watch a number of speakers talk about different property management topics to help you take action on things you need to be doing. I'll be there. I'm doing 2 different presentations. I would love to be able to virtually see you there at this event. If I can be a resource, reach out to me, Mark Cunningham, propertymanagementsystem.org, but I wish you success.